Daniel was from one of the tribes of Israel. All right, he was a Judite. All right, what will be called the American blacks today? Do you believe that, Daniel? Right. So the tribes of Israel had a certain color. Right. They look like something that is not really mainly taught today. Right. So you know about. You said you heard of the 12 tribes of Israel. Have you heard of the Jewish people?
Yeah.
Right? So the Jewish people who reside over there in Israel, in Jerusalem, right? Do they have the same features that Daniel in the Bible have?
Probably not. It's been like
Probably
1,000
not.
years ago. So.
Right. So we're going to show you how the Jews look. Give me that in Jeremiah 14. All right, and just a little descriptive, because the Lord is very descriptive. He didn't have pictures, you know, so you could come and look at something, but he described it very well. All of his people, his features, the angels, he described them very well in the scriptures, okay? So we're going to read a description of God's people. Read that.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Yep.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
So Judah mourneth, all right? Our people, Judah is the American blacks. Don't you agree that a great amount of American blacks today are mourning? Yeah.
True.
You know, and all throughout history. Ever since you are so-called Caucasian, right?
No.
What are you?
I'm from Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe, right?
Yeah.
So you're European?
Caucasian is more Middle East. They're like the Muslim people
Well,
living in the mountains.
Caucasian means Caucasoid, basically the people of the Caucasus Mountains,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you all spread very much so, like the dew of heaven, like the Bible said. So people that look like you
Yeah, they're completely
took my people
Okay.
from where we were over there, and they replaced us, right? They went into the land and brought us on slave ships over here, which caused us to mourn a great deal, right? So you are indeed still from the same lineage of the Caucasians.
No.
The Caucasians.
I'm not even Muslim.
Caucasians aren't Muslim.
They are.
Muslims, that's a religion. That's Islam.
Yes.
That doesn't lead you to a certain people.
In Caucasia, most
You see what I'm saying?
people,
You're
they
talking about
Muslim.
a region of people. I'm not
Yes.
talking about a land. I'm talking about a people. You understand?
Okay.
Jerusalem is not just a land. Israel is not just a land. The name of a man was put on that land. You understand? You descend from a man named Esau, who later down the line, his descendants called themselves Caucasian. And you descend from him. You understand?
No.
Yes.
Caucasian, they have beard, they have
So you say you're from Eastern Europe. Where at in Eastern Europe?
Ukraine.
You exactly. Exactly. You are Russia, right? That's the area that the Caucasoid Mountains were actually at. You see what I'm saying? So if you're from Russia, Ukraine, the problems that y'all have with Russia, y'all brothers. Y'all are brothers.
Well, just because Russia took over half of the
That's
Caucasus
right.
Mountains, it doesn't make Caucasian Russian.
No,
it's like
that predated
it's like
the Russian
Americans
land.
that take over land here. They're not Native Americans.
Right.
It's
So
like
look.
calling Americans Native Americans.
So you said you're from over here, right? That's basically where you from. This is right up here, around the Black Sea,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's Eastern Europe, right?
Yeah.
So you would say you would claim Russian descent, right? So that's what Gog and Magog.
Yeah.
Those are
Like Slavic.
right. Those are Europeans, correct?
Yeah.
Same people. Guess what? They descend from Esau. Esau, Idumea. This is your forefather. My forefather, his name was Jacob. The Lord changed his name to Israel. Now let's go get his history. Because we showed you that our people, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, we are the tribes of Israel. We descend from a man named Israel. No matter where we are located, no matter what we called ourselves, look, we got a lot of our brothers today, even though their name was Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, they call themselves Guatemalans. They call themselves Dominicans. They call themselves Puerto Ricans, American blacks. This is because we were scattered into these regions. Now we call ourselves by that name. That's why you couldn't make the connection of who you're actually lineage from. Your lineage is. Just because you live over there in the Caucasus Mountain, that don't just make the people that live there Caucasians. Yeah. Guess what? You spread all over Europe. You went down into Africa and pushed us out. And guess what? You came over here and enslaved our people over here. And then the last captivity, you pushed us over here. The Americans today descend from the Europeans. You understand? That's what the war of 1776 was about. You didn't no longer want Europeans over you. So your brothers, the Americans, they came over here to enslave us, and you were over here enslaving the same group of people. But you started somewhere. Get that.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 21.
This is your father, Daniel.
And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
All right, so this was a man by the name of Isaac who had a wife. His wife now was with birth. Okay, watch this.
And the children struggled together within her.
So it was 2 children in her womb. Read.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So why does it hurt? If this is a blessing from the Lord, why does it hurt? Read.
And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations.
2 nations. Now, what is the root word of nationality?
Nation.
Nation, right? So 2 nationalities, read,
are in thy womb.
Were in the womb of Rebekah, read.
And 2 manner of people.
So 2 different manner of people, read.
Shall be separated from thy bowels.
So now these 2 nations of people would be separated, not just one taken out of the womb and then now separately another, this other twin is taken out the womb. Their whole nationalities would be separate. You wouldn't be able to bring them together without force. You understand? There are a lot of things that one nation does that this nation just not gonna do, because they're 2 different manners of people. We like to chill, y'all like to hunt. You understand? We like to hang out in the house, y'all like to be out in the field. You understand? Read.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
So one people, one nationality was going to be stronger than the other nationality, even though they were in the same womb. Okay, read.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
Now let's see who the elder was, because he was then going to serve the younger. Okay, read.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
So now the prophecy's coming to fulfillment. Read.
And the first came out red.
So the first came out red. Now, wouldn't you say, what people on earth blood show forth through their skin?
The older?
The older one, right? Mm-hmm. But what people today, because remember, 2 nationalities. So what nationality of people blood show forth through their skin?
Mostly.
When you get angry, what color you turn?
Red.
When you get bashful and embarrassed, what color you turn?
Red.
When you stand out in the sun too long, what color do you turn?
Red.
Okay, so that is a characteristic of a nationality of people that is being talked about. Their origin is starting right here.
Lighter European type of.
Right, but not even just over there in Europe. Remember, you all may have started over here, but you pushed across the Atlantic. You pushed everywhere. There is a certain characteristics of your people that is described in the Bible. You understand? How else you think you got over here? You wanted to explore, you came over here to America, right? Guess what? Your people didn't only come just because they were interested in the land. They came over here to enslave a group of people that was once their twin. There was once in the same womb with them. These are the Israelites. So this is what we're teaching, that all of these tribes have not only been oppressed by your people, but have been lied to by your people, and even went as far to be lied to about God and who God is. You understand? Keep reading. Watch this.
And the first came out red, all over like in hairy garment.
All right, so guess what? They say Gillette, the best that man can get, right? If you don't use a razor, wouldn't you get really bushy everywhere, right? That's a characteristic of a nationality of people. Not many people fit that characteristic. All right, read.
And they called his name Esau.
Esau was your father's name, Esau. Hey, come here, sis. You got a little time? Okay, all right, read that, sis, all right? So Esau was his name, all right? Now skip down to where, okay, go, keep reading. We're gonna read.
And after that came his brother out.
So his brother was right behind him, which makes him the what? The younger. There you go, read.
And his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
All right, so that was very symbolic, okay? But we ain't gonna get into that because ain't no need for that, read.
And his name was called Jacob.
His name was called Jacob. Now, very interesting question, Daniel. Why wasn't, remember I told you the Bible's very descriptive. Remember how it defined or described Esau's color as red and hairy? Why didn't it explain or describe the other baby, the younger baby?
Somewhere further in the description. Maybe?
Nope. Because
they're twins.
Genesis, watch this. Because I'm going to show you something that he didn't have to. Why?
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 7.
Watch this.
And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
So, the dust of the ground, have you ever dug up mud or dug up dirt? What color is it?
Like clay, like red? Or
Like-
depends where you dig.
All right, well, the deeper you go,
That's
what
like
it get.
gray, ash.
It gets darker. Start at verse 6.
Verse 6. And there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
So guess what? That means it was mud. You understand? So when dirt and water mix, it makes mud. Does it get lighter?
No.
No,
Like,
it gets what? Darker.
Like gray, brown,
It's darker. Yeah. No, not a gray. A brown.
Yeah.
You was right the first time. If you went and got this and it rained and you went and played with that, what color is that turning?
Right there.
Very dark. You understand? Read.
And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
All right, so go back to Genesis 25. So now we already had the description of the type of people that were on the earth. So there was no need for the Lord to have to re-explain it or re-describe it. You see what I mean? So your forefather was red and hairy. Our forefather looked like the ground. The dark, smooth, you understand? Muddy, right? They even call it ruddy. Ruddy just means perplexed. The perplexion is smooth, all right? Clean look. You understand? I ain't talking about shaving, I'm talking about that good skin, the best skin, right? Melanated. You understand? So your forefather was not melanated. Our forefather was melanated, although we were in the same womb. You understand? Now, let's go get the characteristics.
Keep reading. It's more on that.
All right, keep reading.
27.
Yeah, that's why I jumped down.
Verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
Now, in your experience, who do you see doing the hunting of the deers, the hunting of the alligators, the hunting of the rhinos, and they're causing death all over the world by killing animals, putting them up in their studies. You got the lion heads, the bear rugs. Who's doing all of that?
Like Europeans mostly.
Europeans, right?
The rich ones.
Well, you can say what? Esau. What was that called during that time after World War II, where they had a lot of Africans, brothers that look like us, to go in? They called it poaching, right?
Yeah.
Was it poaching? Yes, this is where they would go and find these animals throughout all of Africa and take their bodies, dead bodies, back to Britain, London, right? The Isles, and guess what? They'll put them up in their studies, in their libraries. You understand? They would go and get us to do that, although they had hunters from Australia, from London, to do these things and try to use the people who know the terrain so they can bring poachers in, kill the rhinos, kill the giraffes, kill the lions, the hyenas. All of these things are characteristics of a certain group of people. you fit that description. You understand? So it's not to say this is not a hate campaign.
Yeah.
It's all about truth. Now, they don't hold a lot of truth. They actually allow their people to read. Over here in America, what you're gonna find out, a lot of our people are ignorant of what we just discussed. Ignorant, meaning to the point where they don't know it and they don't want to know it. That's why That's why we have to come and wake them up. That's why the Lord rose us up over here, Jacob's children, to come and teach our people who they are, because they don't know and they don't care. Give me that in Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3, really quick. So that's going to help you to understand why we are out here. I know you was wondering, you know, hey, these guys over here, they got these signs up. They don't, you know, I'm interested. I haven't seen this before. But guess what? You're going to see it more and more and more. All right, read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Is an ox a very smart animal? It's very brutish, strong, right? So it says the ox, although he is very brutish and strong, he knows his owner. He knows who owns him. Read.
But Israel does not know.
So it says the ass knows his master's crib. You can take a donkey miles down the road, and guess what? It may take some time, but he gonna get back home. But who?
Israel does not know.
So Israel, the same children that's named after their father, Israel, Judah, all the way down to Naphtali, who will go by different names today based on the regions that they were scattered to. During your forefathers' hand pushed them through captivity and slavery and war to these different lands. And they called themselves this, the Dominicans, Seminole Indians, Guatemalans. All of Jacob's children, they what?
Israel does not know.
So the reason we don't know is because you did not allow us to read in these certain times of captivity and war. You understand? We couldn't read our history books. We couldn't read the notes from Jeremiah, from Isaiah, the books from Moses. We were forced not to be able to read. So now our people don't even know. And what? Even further.
And my people does not consider.
And they don't even consider. They don't consider why this happened to us. They don't consider why the Lord gave them these names, but they only know these names. They don't even consider why we had to take care of your babies and couldn't take care of our own. They didn't consider why we were whipped until our back showed the white meat.
So Genesis 27, his blessing.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 38.
Read.
And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father?
So Esau, the forefather of the Caucasian race, is asking for a blessing. Read.
Bless me, even me also, my father.
Read.
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Read.
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
So your dwellings is going to be in the best places all over the earth. You go up there to the Lookout Mountain, that's your dwelling right there. You go to Germantown in Memphis, that's your dwelling. You'll have the best place. Read.
And of the dew of the heaven from above.
And you're going to be everywhere, all over the world. So that's what my brother was going through. He was showing you how you migrated all over the world. Read.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
And that's what we said, by the sword, by war, by violence. That's how you got all the lands and stuff like that. That's how y'all people got all the lands and all that. Now, from there, go to give me Genesis 36 and verse 1. We're going to read to 9. Start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Mm-hmm. Now these are the generations of Esau.
So these are the generations of the Caucasian people. Read.
Who is Edom.
And they're called Edom, Idumea. It's called all those different names. Read.
Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan.
So he took his wives from Africans. Read.
Adah, the daughter of Elon.
Jump down to 9.
Verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir.
In Mount Seir. You know what Mount Seir is? You know what the Caucasus Mountains? It's similar to each other, Mount Seir, but then you go over a little bit further, the Caucasus Mountains. That's where y'all dwelling place at. But guess what? Y'all even took that land right there. Give me Deuteronomy 2, verse 12. Deuteronomy 2, verse 12. This is we're giving you the history of and the understanding of your people. So that's what we do. We read about everybody's people. We want to know everything. Read that.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 2, and verse 12. And the Horims also dwelt in Seir.
The Horims are dark-skinned, melanated African people. Read.
Before time. But the children of Esau succeeded them.
So Esau conquered them. Read.
When they had destroyed them from before them and dwelt in their stead, as Israel did unto the land of his possession, which the Lord gave unto them. So
y'all took Mount Seir, y'all took the Caucasus Mountains from Africans people, from Horites, whatever like that. But this is your nature. This is your people nature. They took America. You took Greece from Japhet. You took Rome from Japhet. You took Australia from the Aborigines, which is also Japhet. They took this land right here from the Native Americans. They took Jerusalem from the Israelites.
Right.
This is your nature. This is your nature. So what we're giving you is your history. Come on back up. What we're doing is giving you a history. And it's, like he said, it's no hate speech. We're just going over history and showing exactly what it is. We speak truth.
Give me that in Psalms 49 and verse 11. So what he explained, you realize these lands that your forefathers took, they did something with it to kind of now make them connected with that land, right? What's this?
So book of Psalms chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought.
So this has always been the mindset of the Europeans. Esau, Edom, read.
Is that their houses shall continue forever. And their dwelling places to all generations.
So you all want every kingdom that you establish, your thought in your mind is that it rules forever, no matter what, by any means necessary. And he explained how you establish certain kingdoms by violence. All right, read.
They called their lands.
They called their lands, like whether it be Caucasia or Caucasus, Europe, all of London, all of these lands that you took by violence,
after their own names.
So you put your name on it. Now America is named after an Italian map maker. All right, he's also an Edomite. Although he's Italian, and you may say you're Eastern European or Ukrainian, guess what? You all descend from Esau, your father, and you all named these lands after your own name. Amerigo Vespucci was an Italian map maker, and he named America after himself. Even Africa, right? Africa is not a word that we came up with. It was you all's name, Leo Scipios Africanus. He conquered this land in the Second Punic Wars, right? When he warred against our forefathers in Carthage, up here, northern Africa, and all the way down. And once he got rule over it, what did he do? He named it after himself. You understand? You all do that everywhere you go, to the point where the people that you are now ruling over call themselves after your name. Okay. So now that we've explained this to you, Daniel, what is your forefather's name? Who are you according to the Bible?
From Judah.
No. See, now I think it flew over. Remember we just talked about the twins, right?
Yeah,
what was his name?
The older brother.
The older brother, right? Yeah. What was his name? You would go read it for you. You remember?
Don't remember.
Okay, sorry. Now we're gonna make it very plain for you. All right? Give me that back in Genesis 25. Because this is what we all need to know who we came from, right? Yeah. Got to know that. Read.
So book of Genesis chapter 25 verse 25.
Yep.
And the first came out red.
That's your forefather. He came out red. Read.
All over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
So now your forefather's name is what?
Esau.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.